Hi, everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Jennifer Hayes joining me today from the Paramount, and we're getting a sneak preview of what to expect in 2022.
A lot of things. Yes.
I know. Well, where do we start?
Well, I think a great place to start is to talk about where we've been. You know, we were closed down for 17 months, and after reopening, we've produced around 50 unique events. And so everything from dance recitals to sold out concerts. So it's been great, and we're really hoping that 2022 is going to be even bigger.
I have no idea how you keep up with the schedule because every time you come in, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there's so much. There really is so many different things that you can go to at the Paramount. It's amazing.
Absolutely. I have 3 calendars, just so you know. It's difficult to keep up with, but it's a fun difficult.
So what are we looking forward to here in this upcoming year?
One of the things that we've been doing for the past couple of months and that we are very committed to continuing is to announcing a new show every single week. And so that right there is letting you know that something new is always coming. And so that's really exciting. We're very committed to keeping that pace. But in January, we have Daly and Vincent coming on January 7th. The very next night, we have Black Jacket Symphony, which is always a really popular show. And they're going to reproduce the Beatles' White Album. So that's going to be a really fantastic show. Also in January, we have Bill Engvall, the Here's Your Sign comedian. And he is on his last tour. He's announced that he's retiring. So if you want to see him, this is your chance. He's going to do 2 shows. Last time we had him, he sold out. So there are a few seats left. You can go ahead and grab those and see Here's Your Sign one last time. We also have Marty Stewart, who is just a phenomenal friend to Bristol, and he is just such an incredible country music historian. And he always puts on a great show in Bristol and just really, truly appreciates our history and where we are and who we are. And so we're honored to have Marty Stewart and his fabulous superlatives coming back in January. So a lot of great stuff just in the first month.
Wow. And how far out do you need to book these to get them here?
We have some shows that we're working on for August. And some shows we sign the contract and announce the very next day. So it's hit or miss depending on where the tour is and how they're routed and what the plans are and how quickly we need to get those tickets on sale.
And do you try and balance like how many comedians versus, music artists?
Absolutely. We want to have something for everybody. And we are the birthplace of country music. So we're going to have a lot of country music shows. That's just a given. But we definitely want to have rock and roll shows. We want to have classical shows. We have Symphony of the Mountains returning in February. So we want to really have something for everybody. And we're very committed to that.
And the best place for everyone to find out more information is just to go online, probably.
Yeah, ParamountBristol.org is the best way. That's the easiest way that we can keep up with it is just by putting everything online. We try to announce in the newspapers and on radio, but with the pace that we're announcing shows, it's hard to keep up with that. So ParamountBristol.org is the easiest way.
So everybody needs to bookmark that one.
Absolutely.
And is that also the best place to get tickets?
Yes, you can get tickets there. You can send us questions or comments through the website. You can sign up for our e-blast, which we send out very regularly, and that's how you can find out who we're having before anybody else is on that email list. So you can do all that at ParamountBristol.org.
Well, thank you so much for being on today and for sharing all that with us.
Absolutely. I hope to see you at a show soon.
Absolutely. Here I come 2022.
Yes.
Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Officer Tiana Macias with us today, and we are talking about a serious topic today, which is no drinking and driving.
Right. With the holiday season coming up and everyone getting to enjoy with Christmas Eve, Christmas, and New Year's, one thing that we are increasing is our
patrols to
watch for drinking and driving. If you go out and you enjoy yourself, by all means do, but please have a safe driver.
Absolutely. I think sometimes we don't talk about this topic enough and having that designated driver. And it definitely increases during the holiday season. I think people are celebrating and enjoying time with family and friends and sometimes can get a little carried away. And
absolutely. And I think it's not only are you going to get caught doing it, but it's so dangerous for yourself and for other people on the roadway. So definitely, if you have a sober driver, use them. I know we have Uber as an option and a few taxi cabs around here. I'm not sure if they're running on the holidays, but it's an option.
Absolutely.
And do anything you can just not to drink and drive.
You know, I know a lot of people think, oh, well, if I just have a drink or a couple of drinks. I don't know. Every person's limit is different.
It is. And if you start to think that if you start to question whether you should drink or drive, you probably shouldn't drink or drive. So once you get to that point where you're kind of questioning yourself, you probably shouldn't get behind the wheel. And alcohol, the way it works is it'll start to soak in your body a little bit longer. So if you're questioning yourself now, 10 minutes later, it could be a lot worse. So just be real careful with what you do and how you react, your body reacts to those things.
And any other things that the police department are doing during this time of year with New Year's? And
we're just making sure that we extra patrol for these kind of things. Like I said, not only will you get caught drinking and driving, but you can really hurt yourself and hurt other people. So it's definitely the safest thing to do is not do it, but we're looking for it. We're looking for it, and we're on high alert for these things.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Charlene Baker with me this morning from the birthplace of country music. And we're talking about a really neat event for Songwriters Week. Tell us all about this.
Well, you know, Tennessee Songwriters Week is from the Tennessee Tourism Corporation with the state. And every year for the past couple of years, they have hosted this event where the winners of these sort of small competitions go on for a chance to perform at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, which, if you know, for a songwriter, that's a really big deal. And so what they do, we're hosting a qualifying round on February 5th at the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. There are a few other qualifying rounds in the area that same week. I think Elizabethton is doing one. There's one in Kingsport. There may be another one in the area, but we are encouraging everybody to come and just enter. If you just visit our website at birthplaceofcountrymusic.org, everything is on there, like rules, regulations. You can go to the state's website and see all of the qualifying rounds across the state. I think there are maybe 40 to 50 venues who are taking part of this in West, Middle, and East Tennessee. And then from our qualifying rounds, we will choose 2 people that will go on to showcase rounds. And there's one in Johnson City at the Down Home. So people from our region will go to that one. And then from across the state, there are other venues, I think maybe 6 or 7 total. And then from there, they choose. And those people will go on. The winners will go to the Bluebird Cafe.
Wow. I mean, can you imagine? What an honor.
It really is. And, you know, we have such a wealth of talent here that it's unbelievable. We hope that everyone will come and do our showcase because we really like to get to know, especially new singer-songwriters that we may not have heard before. Like, we like to get to know those people, and, you know, we'll have a panel of judges who are in the music industry-ish, I guess, in our region. I think Clint Hawley from the Ernest Tube is going to be a judge. Terry Dosher, who used to own the Willow Tree Cafe, which was a huge music venue for years in Johnson City, she'll be a judge. And then we have a third judge, Dallas Wayne, who has like a radio show on WSM Radio in Nashville. He's relocated to Bristol. He lives in my neighborhood. And we're really excited about that. And then we'll have a couple of judges, you know, on the side, just in case, you know, there may be a conflict of interest.
Right.
And someone needs to step in and sort of judge this person like otherwise. So it's a really neat day. It goes from 1, and we're thinking 4 o'clock, but if it ends earlier than 4, then that'll be it. But we're only taking 20 applications. So only 20 people can register. Everyone else, if we get more, we will put them on a waiting list in case somebody drops out or whatever. And we'll try to let those people know so that if they want to go to another round in the area, then we'll have plenty of time. But we're only signing up until January 11th is the deadline. Part of the registration process, once they go to our website, and all they have to do is go to the events page at birthplaceofcountrymusic.org, click in there and you'll see all the rules. and all of that stuff. But all you have to do is submit the lyrics to your song.
Okay.
Of course, they have to be PG rated for the family audiences.
Okay.
And then you will submit a video of that song and send it to us. And it has to be an original song, and you have to own the rights to that song.
Okay.
So those are really the biggest stipulations. And a lot of people ask us, like, who is allowed to, like, where do you have to be from? Do you have to be from Tennessee or Virginia? Actually, this is a nationwide call out.
Okay.
You could be, it includes the United States, Puerto Rico, and you just have to be a legal resident and you're in. However, we think and we encourage people from our area to take those slots first, because obviously, it's a big deal for musicians from Tennessee and Virginia to go on for that opportunity. So, and we always want our local people to be recognized and put in that spotlight. So I think it'll be an amazing time for whoever enters. You'll get to see and meet like a few, people in the industry, whether you win or don't win. And, we're really proud to host this event.
And so then if they are selected and they're one of the 20, they will actually come in and kind of like more of a formal audition.
Yeah. And, they'll come in one at a time. We'll have them set up in a green room in the museum, and they'll come in one at a time and they'll perform the one song. They have up to 5 minutes. So no major opuses. And you can bring, if, maybe you're a singer-songwriter, but you don't play an instrument. If you want to bring a guitarist with you, that's completely acceptable. There's a stipulation on there. Yeah, you can bring, drums if you want, but please no full drum kits, or, we don't want a whole band setup, because really we want to highlight the lyrics of the song, how they perform the song. And we're hoping that we can sell some tickets for audience members to come in, because that really gets the songwriters excited. Like, you will perform better. And I think that exchange between that energy between the audience and the songwriter, it brings the energy up to a level where they'll be at their peak performance, I guess. And hopefully those tickets are on sale also. They're $10. So you can be part of that as an audience member. If you don't want to be, if you're not a singer-songwriter, you can just come and enjoy it. So,
well, I'm glad you mentioned that part.
Yeah.
That is really great.
Yeah. So you can come.
I'm going to come. I love it. This is awesome.
Yeah. And, it sounds like a long day from 1 to 4. We're just sort of, taking the time of, what it takes to get people on and off stage, that kind of stuff. But honestly, like, I think the last one we did, it didn't take, 2 hours. Yeah. Right. So we just have that little window in there. But it's on February the 5th. And your deadline to enter is January 11th.
Okay, so we got those dates. Mark your calendars.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then the Blue Bird Cafe performance will be in March.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And all the showcases will be in, the end of February. So there's some time, but when you think about the holidays and how busy it is, and you have to make a video and you have to do all those things, like, go ahead and get that going.
Yeah, like today.
Yeah.
Drop what you're doing.
Well, I know you can have Christmas, maybe next week. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get through that. But yeah, you're right. You need to be spending some time and getting this together.
Yeah. And, it doesn't have to be a professionally shot video. I think a lot of people worry about that. Some of my favorite videos, and these are even, bigger artists who, just kind of find a neat location in a corner in a quiet place with no crowd noise and just set up their iPhone. And that's really all you need. We just need to see you lit, and we need to be able to hear you, and hear the lyrics and make them understandable. So really just find a quiet corner in your house and shoot it on your phone. We're not looking for quality of those videos. We're listening.
Gotcha.
That's the important part.
That's great. Gosh, lots of information, and what an exciting time.
Lots of stuff, but it's all there for you. It's all written out. Just go to the website, our events page, birthplaceofcountrymusic.org. It's all there. Links to the state site. You'll see all of the other venues that are participating, all of the dates that you need. I would just go there.
Well, thank you so much, Charlene. Thanks for being on today.
Thank you,
and thank
Shannon.
you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.